All right, let's take a look at Mills MidSchoolMath, the tile transformation simulation trainer. It looks like this when you open it up, and it looks like you only need to get 3 green dots. And they've got the design of this room, and this object is going to move 3 times. That's why you have the triple prime. So let's look what we're going to do first. So I'm going to zoom into this, and it's asking us to dilate, which means get smaller or bigger, and it's by a factor of 3, so we know we're going to get bigger by a factor of 3. 3 times bigger. And so if I go in and I zoom even more, and I'm going to have to list these ordered pairs. This point A is at 1, 2, and when they say to dilate by a factor of 3, we're actually just taking each of these numbers and we come up with a rule that says I'm just going to multiply it times 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, and so we would say the new place after a dilation is we just multiply everything times 3. This will be the new spot for A. And then B prime will be 6, 9. What will C prime be? It will be 4 times 3. It's 12, and 3 times 3 is 9, and so you'll end up, and I would just write these down on a piece of paper. So here's the strategy we're going to use. Take a point, come up with a rule with how to do this, and then write down the new transformation. So the first step we did was this. We went from these positions to these positions, and I wrote them down, and notice the prime, this is the second location, and I went ahead and drew it on here. So the next thing that you're going to have to do is to rotate 180 degrees counterclockwise around the origin. So what we're going to do is spin this counterclockwise, will be this direction. Notice how now the second place it's going to be is all the way around on the other side. And I'm going to stop right here. And we're going to see that the new position, to come up with a rule as to what's happening, and we're going to be rotating 180 degrees counterclockwise. I have to take a look at this point A that was right here at 3, 6, and where will the new spot be? Where is that new spot going to be for myself to be able to come up with a rule of what's happening? And this is a little bit off. Let me see if I can fix it. Yeah, that's about as close as it's going to get. And when I go through 180 degrees, I see that this new spot is going to be a -3, -6, A double prime. And that helps me come up with a rule. What's happening? The 3 became negative, and the 6 became negative. And so I would say my rule for doing 180 degrees is to make each of the numbers their opposite, or a negative. So instead of 3, 6, A double prime will be -3, -6, -6, -9. Notice how those are just turning negative. And I would write these down on a piece of paper. So you've got your A prime, and now your A double prime, which is the second move that we made. And so what we have is this second position over here after having gone 180 degrees. So here's our first one, A. Here's our second one, A prime. Here's our third one, A double prime. And the next one, they want us to translate to the left one unit to the left and 2 units up. So we're going to do 1 unit to the left. I had this set to where I could drag it. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go 1 unit to the left and 2 units up. And that will be the new spot. So if I look at just my A double prime, what am I doing? And what I'm going to do is, the rule will be, I'll take my my first coordinate and subtract 1. That moves it to the left. And I take the second coordinate and I add 2, and that moves it up to here. So at this point, you could just look at these and write down your coordinates, but if you didn't have it, you would just follow that rule. And so we'll have our A triple prime, and I'm just going to write each of these down. A, B, C, D, E. And this is what you're going to write as your answer for the mid-school math, and that would get you a green dot. So again, what did we do? 3 times bigger, rotate 180 degrees, which may just go to the opposites, and in the last step, -1 plus 2, and we would come up with these numbers. All right, good luck with this. Don't get discouraged if you can't get your 3 green dots. Just do your best. Love to see your effort. Thank you.